Are you looking to manifest your partner or specific person? If you are, this is the video to watch because I absolutely manifested my husband and our dream wedding in Tulum. And you want to hear this because this story involves a spell, a full moon, and a dating app. So if you want to learn what I did to manifest my husband, definitely watch this video. Hey Thrivers! Welcome to my channel if you're new here, or welcome back. My name is Marian and on this channel, we talk about money, mindset, and manifestation. If you love all that kind of stuff, don't forget to subscribe, hit that notification bell, like, and be part of the Thriver community. What? So, all right, let's get to this story because it is a really cool, juicy story. And I probably have to have different parts because it's a lot, but I'm gonna try to condense it as much as possible for you. So how did this all start? I wanna take you back to 2017. This was 2017 in the fall, in October, and around this time, I was super single, very single. I was going through some Saturn returns, really super unclear times in my life. I did not have my business. I was just a mess, like a hot mess. So I decided part of my journey with healing from trauma, healing with love, relationships, just healing myself, I was like, you know what? I need to go on a retreat. I need to travel solo because I realized I needed to find love within myself, that self-love, self-care type thing. So I traveled on my own to Tulum, 2017. And in this space, I fell in love with Tulum. There was just something so magical about Tulum. Tulum from years ago. Tulum right now has kind of changed its vibe, but back then it was really about nature. I went on a retreat that had meditation and yoga and creativity and art. And I remember doing a temazcal, which is kind of like a sweat lodge, on the full moon in Taurus. My moon sign is in Taurus. For all of you astrology folks, like, I'm really big in astrology. I love it. I pay attention to it. I plan my business and launches and things that I do around astrology. So I was like, okay, this is a time that I need to really release a lot of things I was holding on to, limiting beliefs, all of that stuff. And I got super clear on what I really wanted for myself in the next few years. And one of these things was manifesting my person, a partner. I was already in my early 30s and I'm like, okay, I've done all the flings and all those kind of things. I'm ready for something serious. I want to get married. I want to have children. Wrote it all out. And I just remember thinking, I want to get married in Tulum. And I just wrote out my journal and that was it. Fast forward to October 31, 2020. I was getting married, or I got married, in Tulum on a beach with my husband on the full moon in Taurus, and both of our moon signs are in Taurus. I have a crazy manifestation story, how I manifested no rain in our wedding, but I think that's a story that's a different video for a whole different day. But what happened was seriously more than I could have imagined. More than I could have imagined. So let me break it down how I was able to do this. All right, let me give you some tips. So number one, I got clear. Clarity is so key. More often than not, we are sending such mixed signals to the universe. We say we want one thing, but our actions say differently, our thoughts are different, and you wonder why you're not manifesting what you want. It's because you don't know. You need to get clarity. So I got clear. I knew that in this next stage, it was gonna be no more fuckboys because, I wanted to get married and have children. And so I got clear. I also wrote a list of all of the qualities that I wanted my partner to have. in the past, my lists were pretty superficial. It was just really about height and money and, color of their hair and all these things. I realized that I wanted to let go of that and really focus on the values that I wanted. I wanted someone who was open-minded. I wanted someone who was generous, kind, supportive of me, all of these things. So I focused on this list of the values, the characteristics, things that were more long-term and deeper. And then I looked at this list and I was like, all right, everything is energy, right? Your vibe attracts your tribe, like-minded people. If I wanted to attract someone who had this type of vibe, I needed to embody that too. So where on this list am I lacking? What do I need to improve on, right? So that's what I did. I looked at this list. How can I be more supportive of other people in my life? How could I be more generous? How could all the things that I was looking for in a partner, I also needed to embody that. So that is my second tip, actually, because the first one is get clear. The second is make sure all the things that you're looking for, it doesn't have to be exactly the same, because you also, want someone to compliment you, but the deeper values, make sure you're aligned in that and that you are also doing it, right? If you want someone who's super generous, and it doesn't have to be generous with money, it can be generous with time, with the things that they do, right? With their attention, make sure that you also possess that quality, because that's a frequency. You want to be aligned. The third tip is a little bit witchy. So if you are new to my channel, maybe you don't know that I really believe in pairing strategy with soul work, the practical stuff, the things that you have to do, inspired action, with the energetics, manifestation, spell work, witchy stuff. I did a cord cutting spell. I can make a whole nother video of it. If you're interested in that, definitely let me know in the comments. But a cord cutting spell, I did this, I remember doing this on a full moon, and a cord cutting spell actually just cuts the cords from past relationships, past men I was with, past partners, to really start anew, right? You just cut all that stuff up, and it created room. I really felt so much lighter. I felt that I got a lot of my energy back, and because every time we're with someone, their energetic cords get entwined with us. So I intentionally did a cord cutting spell and a ritual for myself. A week later, I joined an app, thanks to my friend Ashley. Ashley, if you're watching this, thank you for, suggesting. And I swiped on my husband on that app a week later from this cord cutting ritual that I did. So the fourth tip that I have is to be intentional. I knew that once I was clear of what I wanted, right? I had that list. This time around, I was looking for someone who was aligned with me, who wanted a serious relationship to eventually lead into marriage and children. You have to be intentional. So I was intentional on this app. People that I normally may have let me give them a shot. They said they're not looking for anything, just want to have fun. Like in the past, I would have entertained that, but I was like, no, that is mixed signals. I don't want the universe to get mixed signals from me. Me saying I want one thing and then doing another, right? How many times have you done that? So what I did was, anyone who was not in alignment with what I wanted, and I was very upfront. I was like, hey, I'm looking for a serious relationship. I wanted these things, not with just anyone, but eventually leading to that. And those who were like, nah, just kind of want to hook up, have fun, I was like, bye, don't waste my time, good luck to you, you're great. So I was very upfront and intentional, which was very different from the past, where I was like, oh, whatever happens, happens. No, I'm busy, I got a business to grow, I got friends, I have time for myself. Like, I'm serious and intentional. So that's the tip, be intentional. Don't entertain things that you don't want anyways, just for the hopes that it's gonna change. If someone tells you that they're not looking for anything super serious, or they're just not a good fit, believe them. If that's what they're saying, okay, and move on to the next. Someone who actually says what they mean and mean what they say. The next tip I have is really embodying the law of assumption, which is embodiment, right? Which is seeing, visualizing, feeling that version of you that already has it and just being it. So for example, because I knew that I wanted to be in a relationship and that was a serious one, I started sleeping on one side of the bed. Before, I was just sprawled out in my queen bed, you know, like it's mine, it's just me. But I knew that if I was in a relationship, I would be sharing a bed. So energetically, I wanted to create room and space. So thinking ahead, because that's what I wanted to embody, I created space. And it was that space. I sleep on one side of the bed, my husband sleeps on another, and that was the space before that I had left open for him. So these things, these practices, you know, law of assumption, just, I bought myself even more flowers because I love gifts. It's, you know, one of my love languages. Actually, all of them are my love languages, especially food. And I just started doing that for myself too, knowing that that's the energy that I wanted to bring in. You know, someone who also thought to get me roses for no reason and surprise me with food. I did that for myself, you know, to be in that energy. And then my last and final tip for you is something that if you've already found your specific person, if you already found your partner, and you are really reveling in the feeling of being loved, of being safe, of being secure, send that energy, those feelings back to your younger self, to your past. What do I mean by this? So this is gonna be a little bit trippy, but 3 years ago, in 2017, I saw visions of my wedding in Tulum. I saw visions of just having it being witchy on a full moon. I just saw all these things. On my wedding night, when I was lying in bed, I was taking in all of the magic, seriously. Our wedding day was just so beautiful, filled with so much love and so much just amazing energy. There was not a dry eye in the audience. And all of those feelings, I sent those back to my past. And do you see how it's all connected? And I sent all those back. I was the one that was sending visions and those feelings back to my younger self. So that's it. You know, like keep doing the inner work that you're doing. Keep on, you know, putting and investing time in yourself. It's not going to happen overnight. I'm not, you know, for some people it can. For me, it took years. But once I was really intentional, things happened pretty quickly. My husband and I started dating around April in 2019. We became serious over the summer in July. And then the following year, our 1-year anniversary, he proposed in Bali. And then the next year, we got married in Tulum. So it actually happened pretty quick once I was super clear, decisive, took action, and was intentional. So that is advice that I want to share with you, right? You know, it could take a few years, it could happen tomorrow. Just try out these tips, see how they work for you, resonate, feel good in your body, and really start embodying that version of you who is already with your person, feeling that love, feeling that connection, feeling that safety, whatever it is, feeling that excitement that you know that you want to feel. All right? Thank you so much for watching this video. If you loved it, don't forget to like, comment, share with your friends. And talking about manifestation, I do want to share our Thriver Lifestyle Etsy store is open. If you see Thriver here, we have our Thriver collection. We actually have another shirt that says Master Manifester. Check it out. When you buy anything from our Etsy store, you support a woman of color owned business. So yeah, I'm gonna put the link, I'm gonna pin it in the comments, and I will see you next time. We post videos every Tuesday and Thursday. Bye.